All right, we're gonna come to a wide squat. So bring your feet just a little wider than your hips. Turn your toes out slightly, and then bend your knees. You're gonna reach your seat back, but keep your chest nice and bright. Bring your hands to prayer, start to pulse. Just down, down, down. All right, hey Meg. This is the earliest I've done a workout, 9 a.m. So I never know exactly what time's gonna work for everybody, but always good to get our workout done first thing, sort of first thing, depending when you got up. But, all right, start to feel some heat in your legs so you find that little pulse. Push your hands together actively and let that translate to some work in your arms, and hug your belly in and back. You take it. You want your knees going right over the middle of your foot. Always good at this point to just adjust a little bit, see how your hips are feeling, how everything's feeling this morning. Pulse. Finding your ribs hugging down. We're gonna hold it down, hold it down. Reach your arms down towards the floor, but keep your shoulders nice and upright, nice and bright. Maybe sink a little lower. We're gonna move up and down. It's down and up, down and lift, drop. A little bit bigger now. Really reach up to the sky or ceiling. I always envision these workouts being really nice outside. So if you can be outside, awesome. If you can see the outside, it'd be awesome. All right. We're gonna hold it down. 3, 2, just hold. Hands to prayer. Come a little bit lower. You're gonna turn to the left, find a lunge. So turn to the left and find a lunge. Goal is to get as deep as you can. I'm gonna find more of a runner's lunge this morning. You want your front knee right over your left ankle. But you find where you feel good. You want your back leg straight. So if that means coming up a little higher, do it. Frame your front leg with your hands, and then hinge your heart forward. Finding the angle of your chest matching the angle of your back leg. You're gonna bend your back knee down, reach, bend, reach. You can always bring your hands atop your knee if that feels better. Stretch. Just a few more. Then we're gonna open up. I'm gonna open up towards the wall behind me. I'm gonna turn my back to you to find a chest stretch. 3, 2. All right, hold your back leg straight with your arms down. Keep your right arm down. Maybe it even comes all the way to the floor. And then your left arm reaches up. Open through your chest. Back leg stays nice and straight. Breathe. You're gonna come down to a high plank in 3, in 2. Bring your left hand down, step or hop, shimmy your left leg back. Find your high plank. I'll turn just a little to see you guys. All right, elbows nice and bent, not locked out, shoulders down. Try to keep your legs nice and straight. Maybe close your eyes here. We're starting in stillness. Just focus on abdominal engagement. Hug your belly up and in. Squeeze your 2 hip points tight. You want to think of lengthening through your side bodies, lengthening through your legs, and lengthening through your neck. All that length and a lot of engagement to support it. From here, you're going to bend one knee at a time. Bend your right knee, reach, left knee, reach. So that right leg might feel a little bit warmer after we already did the knee bends on the right leg in that lunge. But just tune into that. Maybe trying to tap the floor with your knee. Last time through. Left knee bends, then hold. Try to hug your inner thighs towards each other. Don't let your ankles flop out to the sides. Nice powerful legs. Powerful hands. Breathe. 10 seconds, then we find a down dog stretch. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift your hips. Find a nice stretch. This might feel feel like a little bit of work here as you push your heart back towards your thighs. We paddle out your knees. We're gonna walk hands to feet, come back to that squat position. We were in a moment ago, so walk up. Then find your squat. You go down, up, down. All right, finding that big motion again. My legs are sore today. I did a cardio HIIT class yesterday, one of Natalie's, if you guys know her. I'm sore, whew. But I still got this. We're gonna do about 45 minutes today, so hopefully you can stay for most of it. If not, do what you can. We're gonna add a reach. Down, reach, down, reach. Maybe find just a little side lean, but don't crunch out through your obliques. This feels like too much shoulder, just come forward. Just a few more. We're warming up, getting our heart rates lifted. So maybe go a little bigger, lean a little more. Sink a little lower. You got it. We're gonna find that series with the lunge to the right in 3, 2, last time through. All right, just hold. Maybe take your feet a little wider, and then pivot, turn. Find your lunge to the right. Coming as low as feels good while you keep your front knee over your front ankle. Your back heel spikes up really high. You want to levitate through your back leg, lifting up through your thigh bone. Turn your left hip forward, and then hinge at your waist. And frame your leg, or bring your hands to the floor if that's where you're at. Our hands can be atop the knee. We're gonna find those knee bends. Left leg, here we go. It's bend, and reach, bend. Not too big, just a chance to ignite your thigh a little more. To throw off your balance a little bit, which makes your right leg work harder. It's bend, and reach. We'll find that stretch towards the back. In 3, 2, last bend. Hold your legs straight. Arms can frame your face. Maybe that left hand comes down towards the floor. Your right arm opens up. Drop shoulders away from ears. Wide chest. Breathe. Finding a plank again. It'll be a forearm plank this time. Step or hop your right foot back in 3, in 2, and 1. Just come back. Come down to your forearms. Shoulders down away from your ears. Abs hug nice and tight. You're gonna take your right hand, tap somewhere on your left arm. Little pivot on the elbow, then come down. Other hand touches right arm. A little bit faster now. You take it, tap and down, tap and down, lift, down. A little bit of arm work, a little bit of shoulder work, but also lifting one arm puts more weight on your core. Tap. You got it. Last time through. Now just hold. Elbows right there under shoulders. Get your legs nice and straight, or always the option to tap your knees to the floor. We're gonna drop our hips one at a time. So your left hip drops down a little, lift. Right hip, lift. Little drop and lift, drop and lift. You got it. So it shouldn't look like a lot. I don't look like I'm moving too much, but you should feel it. Little drop and lift, drop and lift. You got it. Big breaths. We have 3 more, then we finish with a hold. You can do it. Stay with it. I know it can be easier to take a break if maybe you're by yourself, but imagine someone's watching you. Stay right in it. Just hold. Long neck. Long body, head to heel, super engaged, super strong. Breathe. It's 10. You're gonna grab your weights up next. We'll find a child's pose first. In 3, in 2, and 1. Nice job. Find a nice child's pose, stretching out through your legs. Maybe a little movement through your shoulders. All right, always the option to use your handheld weights. You don't have to use them, especially what we have coming up next is plenty intense without weights. But with or without hand weights, I want you to come to your back. We're gonna find a reverse tabletop position. So your head and shoulders come down to the floor. Start with your feet down, engage your core. Feel your 2 hip points hug tight towards each other, pushing the middle of your low belly down. Kind of that sensation if you were trying to pull on a really tight pair of pants. You'd hug your low belly in. Keep that down. Hug your ribs down. Then reach your arms up. All right, you can stay right here, or you can lift your legs to a rooftop position. We're gonna take our arms and we're gonna turn our palms to our legs. So palms face your legs. From here, you're gonna hug your elbows down to the floor and push. It's down and push. Getting into arm work here, but lots of abs as well. Back muscles firing too, nice core work. You want your knees right over your hips if you're taking that lifted option. You can always bring your feet to the floor. That is not necessarily easier. That might just help you keep the work in your abs instead of putting it into your hip flexors or elsewhere in your legs. It's down. And reach. All right, with your legs lifted, make sure you have a little space between your legs. As your arms come down, you're gonna start to shoot one leg away from you. So right leg extends and press. Left leg extends and press. It's extend and press. Keep going. This leg extension should have taken it up a notch. Make it really controlled. Your leg doesn't have far to move, but your abs should feel it. And press. All right, we're gonna hold the arms open, hold your left leg out. All right, bring your palms so that they are up to the sky. Arms hover in this goal post position over the floor. Really hard to keep your ribs down. Keep them tucked. From here, you're gonna hold your legs. You're gonna press your arms. They come in, out, push, and press. Push and press. Hovering them over the floor. Keeping your elbows high. For 3, for 2. Now hold the up position. You're gonna bring your arms back straight. Palms face each other, but a little bend of the elbows. So like you're giving somebody a hug, a round circle with your arms up overhead. And then bring your left knee back over your hips. We're gonna find a nice wide fly here. Your arms come down and press. Then when you're ready, if you're ready, you add on those leg straightens again and push. One leg straight as your arms open and back up. Let's push. Press. Push. And press. Push. All right, the goal here is to have nothing move between your shoulders and hips. Should feel the work in that area, but feeling it in your arms and legs too. We're gonna hold our right leg straight. One more arm variation. All right, one more time through, then we find that hold. Left leg out. When your right leg is out, hold it. Bring your hands straight up over your shoulders. Elbows are gonna stay over your shoulders, so your hands are gonna bend towards your head. Hands will frame your head. It's down and lift. A little faster, you go down and lift. Keeping that hold of your legs. Almost there. We're gonna finish with the grand finale hold. In 3, in 2, last one down, hold your arms up. Take your left leg, have it meet your right. Don't let your back arch. If it's arching, lift your legs up a little higher. Press your low back down towards the floor. Find that place where your abdominals are maybe shaking a little bit. Maybe that means take your arms and legs a little further away. Hug your belly down and in. Breathe for 4. For 3, we're gonna rock and roll to stand. Let's do it. Hug your knees into your chest. Find a little relief, and then rock and roll up to standing. Keep your weights with you. We're gonna come to a narrow V position. So your heels click together, your toes come 3 or 4 inches apart. Then you lift your heels just a little bit off the floor. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to bicep curl position. Little pulses, arms go up an inch, pulse, pulse. All right, finding this arm pulse as you get into leg position. If you want to add a little pulse with your legs, you can. Little pulse. All right, shoulders right over hips. Abs hug nice and tight. All right, hands are right in front of you, not out to the sides. Nice parallel hand posture, arm posture. All right, feel your heels squeeze tightly together. That's gonna light up the sides of your thighs, your seat. All right, we're gonna hold this, just hold. Arms full range of motion, up and down. If this is too much legs today, you can always just come to a standing parallel position. The hold with your legs definitely fires the thighs. Bar is all about these holds and small movements that make our muscles totally fatigue. So if that's what you're feeling, you're doing it right. Take it in. Thinking a lot about your biceps here. Repetitive motion. Hands come up and down. You already did some shoulder work. We've got a little bit more to do. Take your curl. With that in mind, you're going to bring your hands to face each other. Let your arms come up a little higher. Elbows come out in front of your shoulders. Take it in, out. Framing your face. You're going to keep your elbows right in line with shoulders, just 1 inch below them. 3, 2. All right, hold the in. Swing your arms out to the sides. Find those goalpost arms. Try to sink a little bit lower in your legs. All right. Try to sink a little bit lower. From here, you're gonna pull your arms down and stand tall. It's up for 2, down for 2. Pull, push. Maybe you don't come up all the way. Maybe you keep a little work in your legs. But think about inner thighs hugging in. Squeeze your glutes on the up. And push. One more variation after this. We'll stay low with our legs. Try to stay in the work. If you need that breather on the up, take it now. Got 3 more chances. And drop. For 2. And drop. Last time up. Now hold it down. Bring your elbows down to where they were a moment ago. Palms face the sky. You've got this open V. Chest nice and bright. Seat nice and low. Bicep curls. Come up and down. Curl. Finding this diagonal bicep curl works just a little bit different. We're gonna come into triceps next. So maybe you wanna drop your weights if you've got heavier weights, or just grab something really light. I always find triceps are plenty challenging without weight. Stick with it. 5, 4, 3, then we hold. 2, last one. Bring your hands to prayer. Sink low. Find your shakes. Keep your heels squeezing tight. Maybe hug your inner thighs in a little bit more if they're flapping out. Feel that activation through your legs. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up. I'm gonna set my weights down for triceps. You're gonna come to a nice parallel position with your legs, feet face forward. Fly your arms back. Your arms just lift. Up an inch, up an inch, up an inch. Turn your palms to the floor. So weights or no weights, you've got thumbs out to the sides, pinkies in towards each other. Take it, lift, lift, lift. You want a little bit of a bend of your knees, but obviously the more you bend your knees, the more your leg muscles are gonna work. So you decide. Little lifts, lifts. You got it. 3 sets of triceps, 3 variations. Your goal is to keep your arms lifted. Keep your arms high above your seat. Keep your arms straight. That's it. I know, that's it, right? Easy for me to say. Harder to do. All right, we're gonna hold it up. We're gonna flip our palms to the sky and floor. Take it, flip and flip. Feeling some work in your shoulders. So you rotate your upper arm bone in the shoulder socket. You flip. Flip. We're gonna hold hands facing each other. Not yet. In 10. In 9. You got it. Find those nice flips, nice high. 4, 3, 2. All right, hold your palms facing each other. So pinkies to the sky, thumbs to the floor, your elbows just bend, stretch, bend, stretch. All right, this is where we're gonna finish our tricep work. If you're not holding weights, or maybe you've just done this a lot of times before, you can try to take it a little faster, a little smaller. Just reach, 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 reach. Squeeze, squeeze. Feeling all that work on the top of your arm. Don't let your shoulders collapse forward. Roll your shoulders down your back. Nice neutral spine, chin off chest. Reach, reach, reach. You got it, just our hold. In 4, 3, 2, just hold. Reach your arms a little longer, really reach your knuckles back behind you. Shoulders down and back, abs nice and tight. Breathe here. It's 4, it's 3, it's 2, and 1. Nice work, shake it out. We are gonna come into some more leg and arm work. I'm gonna grab my weights. Always an option to use them or not. You're gonna step your left foot forward. Your right foot comes back. We're finding an upright lunge. So bend both knees a lot. You stay nice and upright with your chest. Front knee over your front hip. So it looks like this. All kinds of right angles. Your knees, your ankles. All right, from here, you're gonna reach your right arm out. So left leg forward, right arm out. You're gonna reach your left arm out to the side. All right, just your right arm's gonna pull back for 2, reach, 2, pull, and reach. It's pull, and reach. All right, that left arm is bonus work. It helps a little bit with balance, but you can always bring your hand down if you need a little less. You can drop the weights, always a good choice, and reach. It's pull, and reach. It's pull, and reach. 3 more, then we change for 2, reach. Last one back, reach forward, right arm comes out, both arms long, come down a little lower. All right, we're gonna come all the way up, squeeze our both arms forward. It's up for 2, down for 2. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Lift and drop. Just a few more. Lunges are super intense. We're gonna end with a pulse on the down. Our arms will be a little less in the game. You've got 2 more. All right, last one up. Now bring your arms to your sides and you pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep your chest nice and bright. Just get into your legs. This is your thigh work. Lots of work right here. It's down, 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 down. All right. I'm gonna encourage you to drop your weights before our next thing if you haven't already. You can also just hold them in prayer if you don't wanna drop them on your floor, set them aside. Go lower. 3, 2, just hold. All right, try to get low enough to drop your weights or set them down, go a little lower. We're gonna stand tall on our right leg. Sorry, our left leg. Left leg's gonna stay down. We're gonna stand tall, lift our right leg. Let's do it. Stand up. I'm gonna step back. All right, lift your right leg forward. Both legs are really straight. Left leg engages to lift you up. Right leg stays stick straight. Maybe you kept those weights, maybe not. Hands can come to prayer, or hands can come to the sky. Little leg lifts on the right. It's lift, 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 lift. Bring our heart rate down just a little bit. So we find this small movement. Little lifts. Your shoulders are right over your hips. Tendency here is to kind of lean back to counterbalance the weight of your right leg. Try to tuck your ribs down. Look at something not moving. You're gonna hold your leg up. Flex your foot. Turn your foot out so your toes point to like 2 o'clock on a clock. Then from there, your knee just bends, reach, bend. Doing a lot of these bend reaches this class. Those bend reaches are great toning for your thigh muscle. Really squeezing the thigh right above your knee joint. It's bend and reach, bend and reach. Just a hold coming up. Try not to sink into your left hip. Stand up tall. So you bend and switch. 3, 2, just hold. Reach your heel forward. Stand up nice and tall. You're gonna find a lunge, right foot forward. 3, 2, and 1 step forward. All right, reclaim your weights if you'd like. Find that same upright lunge. Find your legs parallel, like your feet are on 2 railroad tracks. Both knees bent. Chest nice and bright. Right arm goes straight out to the side. Left arm goes forward. Your arm pulls back for 2, push for 2, pull, and push. Trying to keep your chest and hips pointing forward. As your left arm pulls back, your left hip might kind of want to twist too. Don't let it. Bump your left hip forward. And reach. You know what's coming on this side. You know we've got full range of motion coming up next. Let that help you get a little lower. Let that help you stay with that depth. Reach. If your arms are just toast at this point, you can always bring your right arm down. And reach. Or just find prayer. 2 more. Last time back. Now hold it forward. Both arms to the side. Both arms really straight. Find your lowest starting position. Then we come up for 2. It's up for 2. Down for 2. And drop. It's lift. And drop. I'm feeling pretty shaky. Maybe you are too. Just work where you're at. You can always slow it down a little bit. And breathe. It's lift. And drop. Lift. And drop. We got those pulses to finish. 3 more lifts. For 2. All right, big breath in, last lift. Then hold it down. Hands to your sides and you pulse. 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 Keep your chest bright. That back heel might want to kind of flop to side. Keep it nice and perpendicular with the floor. Back knee goes straight down to the floor, right under your hip. You got it. We're gonna hold in 4, in 3, in 2. All right, just hold. Maybe you drop your weights. Maybe your hands come to prayer. Could you go a little bit lower? We'll stand up, find those leg lifts. Left leg forward in 3, 2, and 1. Stand on up. Nice job, left leg goes forward. Whew. All right, find your nice posture. Hands can be on hips in prayer. Up to the sky, left leg lifts up an inch. Up an inch, left, left. All right. Your body is gonna try to make this a little easier for you, which often means kind of sinking down to the right. Really engage through your left leg. Stand up tall. Let's lift. We are coming to seated next. We're gonna stretch our quadriceps first. So push through this last bit of leg work. Both legs should feel a little tired, I hope. All right, lift, lift. You're gonna hold the lift. Hold it. Flex through your foot. Turn it out to 10 or 11 o'clock on a clock. Now your knee just bends. Reach, bend, reach. All right, think again about your posture. You wanna be just like a plank. Shoulders down away from your ears. Ribs hugging down towards your belly button. Hips hug towards each other. Just take it, bend. Stretch. Stretch. You got it. 3, 2, hold. Reach, reach, reach. Get both legs as straight as you can. Squeeze your right quadricep. Squeeze your left quadricep. Maybe you lift your arms to the sky. 3, 2, and stretch. Come down. You can take this standing or on your knees. Just grab a hold of one foot. Bend your other knee. Push your hand into your foot. Let that feel good. Maybe grab a water. Sip of water if you need to. We're gonna come into some ab work seated. Just a moment. Stretch the other side first. Other quad. We got a little more glute work at the end of class, but that was the bulk of our leg work. So be proud of yourself, you made it this far. All right, come down to seated if you're not there already. You're gonna swing your legs around in front of you, high C curve. So squeeze ankles, knees, and thighs tight together. Hold them behind your hamstrings. Lean back. Then find flexion, tuck your hips under. Our first time in flexion this class. Finding that position of pelvic tilt. From here, you're just gonna tuck and curl. Little tip and curl. Tuck your hips under, lift your heart. And lift. And lift. All right. You guys got it. Feeling a little sweaty maybe. I am sweaty. Suddenly summer in Denver at least. Take a tip and curl. You guys have some plans to get outside today if you haven't already. It's tip and curl. All right. Feeling that heat build in your low belly. You tuck and curl. 8 more. Tuck and curl. All right. 4. It's all about the hug down of your abs. So really focus on that positioning. Everything else is secondary. All right, hold it down. Hug your belly in. You're gonna take your right hand over to meet your left. Find the tiniest twist of your heart. From here, you're gonna keep your right hand there. You're gonna reach your left arm long. You're gonna pull your left elbow back into your side and reach. It's pull and reach. If you want a little bit more, you can do both arms. You keeping your abs pressing down. Hold on. And reach. For 3. And reach. For 2. And reach. Last one. Now hold it. Over to the left. Maybe that means holding on. Maybe that means both arms long. Find a little more twist. Keep length in your spine, but tuck your hips under. Back to center in 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. You're gonna flex through your feet. You're gonna hold on. Lean back a little. Tuck your tailbone under. Option to hold on or reach your arms long. You're gonna shoot your legs out for 2 and in for 2. It's reach and pull. All right, reach and pull. It's common here to get into your hip flexor muscles, which isn't awful. It's good to work those sometimes too, but you want to think really about tucking your hips under, hugging your belly in, and maybe make that movement just a little smaller. Take it out an inch, and in an inch, or out 2, and in 2. All right, wherever you're at on the out, hold it. Option to take your legs straight. Option to reach your arms long. Maybe point your toes, squeeze your legs, lean back a little more. Breathe. It's 3. It's 2. Hug your knees back to that starting position. Push your feet down. We're gonna find those rotations on the right. So recommit to the position, lean back, tuck your tailbone under. Feel that weight in your belly like you had a medicine ball pushing down on your core. Hug down and in. Then bring your hands over to the right side. Rotate your heart a little. And then reach your right arm long. Arm pulls back for 2. Reach for 2. Tendency here is for your knees to start to fall to the left. Maybe gaze at what they're doing. Pull them back to center. That's gonna bring more work into your core. Legs falling to the left makes it a little easier. So if you need that, take it. If you don't, don't. It's pull. And reach. Pull. Always the option to reach both arms. Pull. And reach. Pull. And reach. 3. And reach. 2. All right. Hold. Maybe reach your arms long. Tuck your tailbone under. Breathe. This is it. We're going to come to all fours. In 3. In 2. And 1. Sweep your legs around behind you. Come to all fours. All right, hands right under your shoulders. Knees right under hips. We're gonna alternate legs. We're gonna start on the left. So you're gonna lift your left leg up by 90 degrees. As you do that, your abs might kind of want to fall down, your back might arch. Tuck your hips under. All right, from there, you're gonna reach your right elbow out to the side. Arm comes up. Now, right elbow, left knee, pull in for 2, lift for 2. It's pull. And reach. So right elbow's coming in laterally. Left knee is lifting up and down. Changing your back here is not what you want to do. You want to find nice stable core. And lift. And lift. 3 more and then we change. And lift. You got it. This is the end of class. This is full body work. We aren't going to be in this posture too long. Last time down. Now hold the up. Push your knee a little higher. You're going to come down to your forearms. Straighten your left leg. Here we go. Forearms down. Stretch your left leg straight. Drop it to the floor and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. All right, push a lot of weight into your left forearm. Lifting your left hip up as high as your right. It's down. Still watching your back, making sure it's not arching, it's not moving. Always the option to bring your right hand to your belly like I'm doing here. Feel that stability. For 3, for 2, last one down, hold it up. Forearms down. We're gonna switch sides. In 3, in 2, come back to all fours. Hands under hips, under shoulders, knees under hips. All right, hug your belly up and in. Lift your right leg. Finding that 90-degree bend, foot flexed. Then left arm comes out to the side like a nice goalpost, nice L. Knee and elbow come in for 2, lift for 2. And this is one of those, I feel like, depending on what other exercise you've been doing or where you're feeling a little bit less strong today, that's where you're gonna feel it. Maybe that's your core. Maybe it's your arms and shoulders. Maybe it's your glutes. And lift. But make this some core work. Really hug your ribs down. Squeeze your glute on the up. 3 more. 2. And lift. Last one. Now hold the height of your leg as you drop to your forearms. Stretch your legs straight. Tap it to the floor. Lift it back up. You go down and up. This might not be very big. I kind of can't quite touch the floor. My back will arch. So I'm stopping right before the floor. You do what you need. Listen to your body. You want to learn some of these principles of alignment that I'm always talking about, and then apply them to any workout you're doing. If there's something that you know is going to hurt your back, hurt your knee, whatever, then don't do it. There's always another exercise you can do. It's down and lift. We're going to finish with a forearm plank. First we hold it up. 30 seconds in forearm plank. Go there in 3, in 2, and 1. Feet down, arms down, core tight. Just breathe. This is your last moment of work. Shoulders away from ears. Neck nice and long. Hug your belly up and in. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Give yourself a little pep talk. You did it. You made it this far. It's 3. It's 2. It's puppy dog pose. Bring your knees down. Melt your heart down. Big breath in and out. Maybe put your forehead down on the floor. You can always kind of wag your tail, move your hips side to side if that feels good. All right, then rise up. I hope you can stay to stretch, you earned it. Come to your knees and just swing your arms side to side. If you'd rather do this standing, that is awesome. Sometimes you don't want to be on your knees depending on your surface. All right. And then we're gonna sweep our arms up, capture one arm, stretch our tricep. Push your head back into your arms. Big breaths in and out. Find a little side body stretch if that feels good. And then lift your arms up. Capture the other elbow. All right, on Sunday, I'm gonna do a Zoom class at 11 a.m. Denver time. So I will send all the information, I'll put it on my Instagram. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I have never done a Zoom, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let's find a pigeon stretch. Step your left foot forward, bring your shin down, and then shoot your right leg behind you. Shoulders drop away from your ears, and you can come as low as you want, maybe down to your forearms. This gives me a chance to read some of your messages, which is good. They don't save after the class. All right, big breath in. Try to let gravity take you a little deeper. This is a stretch that I know I resist a little bit, but you know, you never wanna push it to that point of discomfort, but you wanna feel some heat when you're stretching. So kind of push into your left hip. One more breath in. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Bryna. Thanks, everybody. You guys just sent messages. All right, we're gonna find a quick downward dog between sides. So plant your hands, plant your feet, lift your hips. Make this your own, whatever you need to stretch. Maybe a little bit more through the shoulders and abs, maybe more through your legs. And then lower down, sweep your right leg through. Find that pigeon stretch on the right. Your left leg goes back behind you. Maybe lower down. All right. Big breath in. Whew. Come down a little bit lower. All right, let this feel good. Stretching your hip, your glute. Breathe in and out. We're gonna find one last moment seated. Give into the stretch a little bit more. And then maybe come back to your hands. Swing your left leg around. Find a comfortable position, cross-legged. You're gonna bring your right hand to the side, lift your left arm up and over, and then push off, come the other way. This is more about finding some big breaths than it really is the stretch. I mean, the stretch feels good. All right, one more. And then both hands down, stretch through your hips. Plant your knees forward, lift your hips up. Gaze comes back, shoulders drop down. Open up through your heart, arch through your back. And then switch sides. Other leg over top. Finding, show you from this side, this nice stretch. You're gonna plant your hands down, fingers face forward. And then lower down. All right, stay seated. Bring your hands atop your knee, hands to prayer, heart and belly. Let's take one last big breath together. Big breath in and out. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. It was a long workout. I hope it started your day off well. Have a great weekend. It's not quite the weekend yet, you know, but almost Friday. And I hope to see you on Zoom on Sunday. I'll actually see you. So please join if you can. Take care.